Hey folks, have you always felt like you were searching for the part 2 of a video and couldn't find it? Well, we put part 1 and 2 together in this video for you, so you didn't have to search. So this is the 12 demonic antiheroes whose powers come from hell, part 1 and 2, put together for your convenience. Hope you enjoy!
Starting off with our number 1, Ghost Rider, or Johnny Blaze as he was once known, didn't exactly choose to become a fiery skulled demon. No, he made a deal with a demon named Zarathos to save his adopted father from cancer. But it turns out, making deals with demons rarely goes smoothly, and Blaze found himself bonded to Zarathos and turned into the Ghost Rider. But let's be real, if you're going to be bonded with a demon, you might as well embrace it and become the ultimate anti-hero. Blaze roams the street on his flaming motorcycle, punishing those who deserve it with his chain of hellfire. And let's not forget about the skeleton transformation. Can you imagine showing up to a party as Ghost Rider only to take it to the next level by transforming into a full-on skeleton? Talk about being the life of the party. Sure, being bonded to a demon has its downsides, like constantly being hunted by other hellish creatures, but it's a small price to pay for being the coolest supernatural hero around. Just don't get on his bad side, or you might find yourself staring down the fiery wrath of the Ghost Rider. And moving on to our number 2, Spawn. Spawn's origin story is like something out of a horror movie. Once a human soldier named Al Simmons, he was betrayed and murdered by his own team. But he didn't go quietly into the night, no sir. Instead, he made a deal with a demon named Malabolgia, I don't know if I butchered that, to come back to Earth and seek revenge on his killers. And boy did he seek revenge. He's got some serious shape-shifting abilities which is useful for blending in crowds and evading the law. Plus, he can summon weapons and creatures from hell itself, making him the ultimate one-man army. But let's not forget about the most important part. He looks like something straight out of Satan's personal toy chest. Sure, he's got some downsides, like the pesky time limit on Earth before he has to go back to hell, but Spawn is a complete badass, and he's not afraid to get his hands dirty, or demonic as the case may be. Just don't get on his bad side or you might find yourself on the receiving end of his hellish wrath. And now we're on to our number 3, Etrigan the Demon. Now when it comes to demonic heroes, Etrigan the Demon is the OG. He's like a fiery skulled nightmare come to life. Plus, his rhyming game is on point. Seriously, who wouldn't want to be friends with a demon who can bust a rhyme like nobody's business? But let's talk about his origin story. He's a half-brother of Merlin and the son of a demon named Belial. So basically, he's got one foot in the wizard world and one foot in the demon world, which is a real identity crisis. And to top it all off, he's bonded to a knight named James Blood, making him immortal. Talk about baggage. But despite all that, Etrigan still manages to be one of the most powerful heroes in the DC universe. He's got Superman strength, the ability to shoot fire from his mouth, and he can even regenerate from almost any wound. And let's not forget about his sick rhyming skills. So if you're ever in a bind and need a demon on your side, Etrigan's your guy. Just be prepared for some seriously awkward family dynamics. And now we're on to our number 4, Hellboy. Now Hellboy is the anti-Nazi hero of this list. He was literally summoned by the Third Reich, but instead of being a tool for evil, he turned around and kicked some demonic butt. And let's be real, his giant stone hand is probably the best way to give a Nazi a good punch to the face. But Hellboy isn't just a brawler, he's also got some serious brains. As a part of the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense, he's constantly using his knowledge of the supernatural to defeat his enemies. And let's not forget his love for cats. I mean, who wouldn't want a giant armed creature as their own personal kitty protector? And let's not forget also his love for pancakes. Seriously, the man loves pancakes. You know you gotta be a good guy if you're willing to take time out of fighting demons to enjoy a nice stack of fluffy pancakes. And now we've moved on to our number 5. The most powerful demonic hero to date has to be the daughter of DC Comics, Trigon. Trigon is a demonic entity from another dimension who seeks to dominate all worlds. Born to be the gateway to bring Trigon into the world, Raven ran away from her past to escape her doomed future. But by becoming a Teen Titan, Raven grew powerful enough to house her father's power, and using the crystal gem resting on her forehead, she's able to separate her soul self from her body and utilize powerful magic. With her dark and mysterious personality, Raven has become a fan favorite amongst comic book readers everywhere. Despite her demonic heritage, Raven is a hero at heart, always fighting against the forces of evil to protect the innocent. Plus, with her ability to teleport, she's never late for a battle. Who needs a Batmobile when you can just transport yourself anywhere you need to go? And last but never least, on our number 6, we have Satana. Now when it comes to having a badass dad, Satana takes the cake, or should we say, the infernal pie. As the daughter of Satan himself, or Marduk Kurios if you're into the whole demon name change thing, Satana was born with a natural talent for dark magic. Plus, she can rock the hell out of a pair of horns and a tail. But let's not forget that Satana was banished to Earth and turned into a succubus. I mean, we've all had bad days, but that's a rough one. Luckily, Satana didn't let that get her down. Instead, she joined forces with some of Earth's mightiest heroes, including Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. And let's be real, what's more heroic than wearing a succubus outfit and fighting evil? While Satana may not always play the hero, she's definitely got the power and the attitude to hold her own in the Marvel Universe. So if you're ever in a bind and need some wicked magic on your side, just give her a call, as long as you're not too scared of her devilish charms, that is. Whether it's Hellboy and his love for pancakes, Etrigan the demon and his rhyming skills, or Raven and her rebellious teenage spirit, these heroes prove that even the darkest origins can't extinguish the light of heroism. They may have the demonic heritage, but they've chosen the path of good, proving that it's not where you come from, but what you do with your powers that truly define you. Thank you again from True Power Comics, and we'll see you in the next one.
Welcome back, comic book enthusiasts and fans of the supernatural. It's time for yet another thrilling episode of Demonic Antiheroes from Hell, Part 2. Here at True Power Comics, I'm your guide to the darkest corner of the comic book universe. True Power Comics proudly presents the second installment, revealing a new roster of heroes whose powers come straight from Hell itself. So let's dive in. Starting off our list with number 1, we're talking about Kid Devil. Now picture this. Hollywood, the land of fame, glitz, and aunties' errands. Meet Eddie Bloomberg, just your average kid dreaming of something bigger. But little did he know, his life was about to take a fiery turn. On one fateful day, Eddie crossed paths with the legendary Blue Devil himself. And boy did Eddie have stars in his eyes. He dreamed of becoming Blue Devil's sidekick like Batman and Robin, but with a demonic twist. Undeterred by the odds, Eddie tinkered away in his secret workshop, determined to prove his own worth. Armed with ingenuity and a whole lot of duct tape, he crafted his very own battlesuit, because nothing screams hero like some good old duct tape. Am I right? But here's where things get spicy. In a twist of fate, Eddie found himself face to face with the sly demon, Nerin. Desperate to prove himself, he made a deal that would change his life forever. And ta-da! Kid Devil was born. With his newfound demonic form and powers, he was ready to take on evil, crack some jokes, and maybe even score some free snacks at the demon buffet. Hey, who's saying being a hero can't have its perks? Coming in with our number 2, get ready to meet the original stuntman turned hero, the one and only Blue Devil. Did you really think that we wouldn't bring up Blue Devil when we brought up Kid Devil? Well, that's just absurd, but it's time to unveil the bizarre, action-packed origin story of this devilish character from the enchanting worlds of DC Comics. Lights, camera, action. Meet Daniel Cassidy, the daredevil stuntman with a flair for the dramatic. When he wasn't risking his life and limb on Hollywood sets, he was busy concocting something truly extraordinary. Using his incredible skills and creativity, Daniel crafted a suit that would make even the most skeptical jaws drop. With its mesmerizing blue aesthetic and devilish charm, the Blue Devil suit was born. But fate had other plans, my friends. As luck would have it, a mischievous demon named Neberos escaped its confines, mistaking our fearless stuntman for one of its own. Talk about a case of mistaken demon identity. But the demon hadn't planned for this. The demon, in its bumbling attempt to drain Daniel's demonic powers, ended up bonding him to the very suit that he created. Daniel Casti was now the one and only Blue Devil. Moving on, in our number 3 spot, we're talking about Hellcat. A story of love, tragedy, and a journey through the depths of hell. Once upon a time, in a glamorous world of fashion, there was a model named Patsy Walker. She had it all: beauty, charm, and dreams of a shining future. But little did she know her life was about to take a wicked turn. Fate played its hand when Patsy Walker crossed paths with the enigmatic Hellstrom, son of none other than Satan himself. Ah, young love, they say, it's a beautiful thing. But in Patsy's case, it turned out to be her life's biggest mistake. As the stars aligned against her, Patsy's love for Hellstrom became her undoing. His enemies, ever so ruthless, drove her to the brink of insanity, and in a cruel twist of fate, she met her demise, finding herself in the depths of hell. But hold the phone, folks. This is where the story takes an unexpected turn. Against all odds, our resilient heroine clawed her way back up to the land of the living, reborn as the fierce and feisty Hellcat. Patsy Walker was ready to kick some supernatural butt. Our number 4. Prepare to witness the rise of the second most powerful demonic hero in existence. We're about to unravel the extraordinary tale of Damon Hellstrom. In a world shrouded in darkness and secrets, a young Damon Hellstrom was raised by devoted servants. You see, his mother's sanity wavered upon discovering the true nature of her husband and children, leaving Damon to forge his own path. But adversity breeds strength, my friends. As Damon grew, so did his power and knowledge. He dived deep into the realms of magic, becoming one of the most formidable magic users and demonic heroes the world has ever seen. Armed with his immense power and unwavering determination, Damon faced not only the vilest of demonic villains, but also the forces of his own father, in a family reunion that was truly infernal. Now we're on to number 5. Last time we talked about Johnny Blaze, but ladies and gentlemen, rev your engines, cause we're talking about Robbie Reyes, the beloved Ghost Rider. Life can take some unexpected turns, and Robbie Reyes knows this all too well. After a fateful drag race that went awry, Robbie found himself in the brink of death, desperate for a chance to keep on living. In a moment of desperation, Robbie made a pact that would forever change his fate. He exchanged his life for the mantle of the Ghost Rider, becoming a supernatural force of justice and retribution. But the story doesn't end there for Robbie. My friends, with a heart full of love and burning desire to protect, he took on the responsibility of being the Ghost Rider while also caring for his disabled brother. Talk about being a hero on and off the streets. And last but never least, get ready to enter the dark and twisted world of John Constantine, the powerful and unconventional occult detective hailing from the streets of Liverpool, England. Constantine wasn't always the brooding occult detective we know today. In his young adulthood, he was a rebellious, quick-witted punk who had no inkling of a path he was about to tread. With a silver tongue and a knack for deception, he embraced the con man lifestyle. While his interest in the occult remained a mere hobby, fate had other plans for him. Enter Margaret Ames, a police officer who ignited Constantine's passion for amateur magical adventures. They formed a unique bond until Constantine, believing she deserved a normal life, abruptly left her without any explanation. But the story doesn't end there. Constantine found solace and expression in his first love, Veronica Delacroix, as they formed a mystical-themed punk band, Mucous Membrane. However, as fate often twists the tapestry of lives, a spell-gone Ari shattered their dreams. Delacroix slowly drifted away from the mortal world, and the band crumbled. This tragic incident marked a turning point for Constantine, igniting a burning desire within him to master his skills as a magician. And there you have it, for our part 2 of Demonic Antiheroes from Hell. If there was one on here that I missed, please let me know in the comment section. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.